to Two Poor Artists, where we're poor at having visions, but mostly we're poor at making art. My name is Benj.
And I'm Isaac. And this week, we bring you yet another sermon title turned art project.
Yep.
We actually had our number one fan in church with us the other day. That's the kind of fans we strive to have, by the way.
Yeah,
the ones that come to church with us.
Church because we're there.
I'm sure that's the whole reason.
Yeah, only reason.
Yep. No other reason.
Nothing to do with any other people.
Not about being at church or their own family.
Yep, just meeting us.
It's getting to be quite the problem, actually. You know,
with all of our
we have more than one fan
at church.
We might have all these people at church. What am I saying? What kind of a problem would that be? This would be the most wonderful problem we could ever have.
Yeah,
the Two Poor Artists Evangelism Program. We strive to be that famous one day, but apparently we're famous enough to have at least our number one fan in service with us. And she was able to see the actual sermon that this drawing today is based off of. We are going to be drawing a vision of God's power.
Yep. And we will try our hardest to not do any blasphemy.
Yeah, we will try.
In our drawings.
It's always quite the...
Yeah, we don't always choose titles that like has God or anything in them just because we don't want to actually draw something,
you know.
But when it's a request, she
has to see the whole artistic process unfold. You know, where we sit and we listen to a good sermon about the Bible, and then we take that sermon title and we change it into something that would never be found in the Bible.
Yes.
Because it's so...
Sometimes it's something that shouldn't be anywhere.
Well, it shouldn't be anywhere almost every week, but that's beside the point. That's our artistic process.
Turn a blank piece of paper into a horrific piece of paper.
Yes, indeed. Arguably, like, the best pieces of paper are the ones that get the Bible written on them. And then there's the pieces of paper who grow up and become our art.
Yep.
What a drastic road.
The paper sitting in the ream, and they're talking about their futures. One's like, I'm gonna get the Bible printed on me.
Yep.
I'm gonna have the
Two Poor Artists draw something. Yeah. If you ever open up a ream of paper and some of them are wet, it's because they've been crying, thinking about this.
Yeah, knowing that they might be destined.
Yeah, because if they cry and they get all wrinkly, then usually they just get recycled.
Yes.
And then
which is much better.
So much better. All right, let's get to it. A vision of God's power. To draw a vision of God's power.
Yep. I have to see what you draw to know if I have to come up with a pun or not.
Let's see.
Because at least one of us has to draw a pun. Pretty sure that's a rule that we didn't make.
Yeah, but it seems to work that way most of the time.
Yep. They're not Cyclops.
Not today. I don't really know what happened to the top of their head, kind of.
They're like the claymation characters. It's definitely not the worst face you've drawn.
Thank you for that slight compliment. Yeah, something needs to happen with that head, though.
Some hair or something could fix that up. Right quick. Yep.
Perfect. Perfection. Oh gosh, like see, there's a difference between me drawing something and it being like slightly disturbing and someone just being ugly.
Yes.
This person's just ugly.
They're not. It's not to the level of being disturbing yet.
No. So that's a plus.
Yeah. Looks like he might be pointing at something.
Such good interpretations today. I must be on a roll. There hasn't been any crying, laughing, mocking, just compliments.
I mean,
it's almost like I'm not drawing it today, but I am.
Yeah, this, I think, so far might be the best drawing you've done.
That is quite a thing that you said to me.
But you definitely have time to ruin it still.
Thank you for that, because I was getting a bit, full of myself there.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, we get to see what's happening to the right of this person. I mean, you could just end it here.
Wouldn't that be just... That's probably for the best now that I think about it.
Just we'll switch over to me drawing.
Just be like, you know what? Before I make it like I normally do.
Or you ruin everything. This person's like a lemon head.
Again, hair can fix a multitude of...
Very true. Both of their ears.
Yeah, there's something about... I don't know. I think it's because there's like no hair near the ears.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you look at a bald person from the side, it probably looks just about as unnatural as this. You're like, there's just an ear coming out of nowhere.
But also those ears look like mug handles.
I don't know if that was nice.
Yeah, this person with their more hair, now that you've drawn the hair, they're less ugly than the other person.
Yeah. So, normal situation here, like happened at lunch with us today, when somebody goes to, get you a drink.
Right.
And they don't have Dr. Pepper.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, I got you the closest thing. All they had. This is what I had to tell my wife today.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So the biggest downside to Rubios is that they only have Pib Extra.
How do they spell extra for Pib Extra? Is it with an X?
It has an X, but I think it's just like EXTRA. I mean, or just XTRA maybe.
EXTRA? Either way.
I think so.
That sounds right.
Yeah. I mean, it should just be Mr. Pibb still.
Yeah, I know. Like, is it ever called Mr. Pibb anymore? Like, that's what I call it.
I'm pretty sure there was like a lawsuit by like feminist groups.
All they had was Pib Extra.
They're like, but Mr. isn't gender neutral. And it's like, who cares? Like, it's a picture of like a pig named Mr. Pibb.
So anyway, this is, the disappointing situation that's happening here. He's explaining to his friend, like, I'm sorry.
What else could I do?
What else could I do, right?
Yep.
Because when you go to a store and they've made the unfortunate decision of not serving Dr. Pepper, but instead serving Pib Extra, Coke's version, which is, to be fair, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's always like, oh, I have to settle now.
Yeah.
I have to settle for
just worse.
Like an imitation. And it's not Dr. Thunder. It's not Dr.
Yeah, it's not like
not Dr. Kroger or whatever they have. Yeah, like Bash's brand or something like that, but it's not what you were hoping for.
Right.
Except you can think, well, if only.
Yes, if only they had Dr. Pepper.
Let's see.
I'm assuming you're not just gonna like draw a can of Dr. Pepper in the sky, though. What is this?
This is the back of somebody's head.
Oh.
Sort of.
With very thinning long hair.
I gotta fill it in. But you have to somehow get that it's actually supposed to be hair.
That is hair. Yeah.
How do real artists do this?
By not using a ballpoint pen.
Oh, see? Again. A way that we excel above the elite artists of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Not. Anyway, that's the back of somebody's head.
Okay. I get that it's the back of somebody's head. And there.
Goodness gracious, they're skinny.
They probably don't drink much Dr. Pepper then.
This is supposed to be Jesus. Skinny Jesus, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, he probably wasn't too big since he didn't even have like a house or regular food supplies per se.
Just assume his feet are pointed very forward. How do you draw somebody's shoe from the back? Like, actually, like a sandal.
Yeah,
Jesus only.
I
You
don't
think
know.
everybody back then just wore sandals?
I don't know why. I mean, maybe, but I wouldn't want to wear sandals in the dirt all the time. Just get like leather or something and make an actual shoe.
Oh gosh, that hand.
Yeah, this is why we usually don't want to draw Jesus or God or something, because it's like you already have those groups of Christians where it's like, oh, you can't draw, the image of God because that will be, just wrong automatically. But then you have the people that are like, well, if you're gonna draw it, at least do it well.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not us, obviously.
So anyway, he's having this vision.
A thought, we call them.
Like he's seeing it in his mind.
Yes, that's what we call thoughts.
It's a vision. Okay. Like it's a vision.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So he's thinking of like what else could you do? Well, if Jesus were there.
Oh, is that a basin? Maybe used for cleansing during a wedding ceremony?
Nope, used for Mr. Pibb.
No. Then I guess it's not a reference to the story.
I mean, it is exactly a reference to the story you're thinking of, but it's, It used to be
Oh, it
Pibb.
used to be Pib.
And now it's not.
So instead of turning water to wine, he turned Pib into Dr. Pepper.
Exactly. The only one who could have fixed the solution.
I got Dr. Pepper this morning, and then I got Pib at the lunch place, but my Dr. Pepper wasn't gone. So I mixed in the Pib with the Dr. Pepper, which, confessing that here, I'm sure people will attack me in the streets as I leave.
Mm-hmm, of course.
But I call it Peppa Pib.
It's so great. Except for the Mr. Pibb part.
Yeah, I mean, I still expect to be attacked in the streets, and I will accept it, of course, as I deserve it fully.
A vision of God's power. This is the only thing that could save this man from having to drink Mr. Pibb at Rubio's.
Yep.
But alas, we both drank Mr. Pibb, and this didn't happen.
No.
If only Jesus had been there.
Yes.
Not just for this reason, I want to clarify that, but
We could go bug his mom about how they don't have Dr. Pepper, and he could
you think they
come
would
and fix it.
Exactly. So this is within his power.
Yes.
It's a minor miracle.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, turning water into wine. Yeah, like that's wonderful. I'm not going to downplay the first miracle, but turning Mr. Pibb into Dr. Pepper
Right.
Also good. Dangerously close to the blasphemy line over here, so I think it is your turn to come over here and
let's see
dance
what I can
very
what
close
I
to
can
that
do.
line also.
Okay. I'm gonna dance not as close to blasphemy as you did.
It's not dancing close to blasphemy. It's dancing close to the metaphorical line that separates us from blasphemy.
This is a straight line.
Oh no. Blasphemy. I think that's actually just called a lie. Oh my gosh.
Super straight line.
What is the matter with you today? Like,
I don't know. I think I need to readjust the this thing. Okay. The rest of these lines will be so straight.
I don't believe you, but that's okay.
Just look at them and be like, "Oh man, such straightness."
Yes, because that's what people do. They look at lines and say that.
Yep.
Is this an elevator?
It is an elevator.
Just for the record, if I saw that elevator, I would not get anywhere near it.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm talking about if the doors were that crooked.
They're perfectly straight.
Oh, yeah. Look at how they overlap on the top.
And look, there's gonna be like a potted plant right here.
Oh, it is true. It is rare to find an elevator without a potted plant next to it.
What do potted plants look like?
Yeah, they're always some kind of fern, like a fern or another kind of fern.
Yep. That's what I was thinking.
So if you are out there and have an elevator
that doesn't have a fern.
It doesn't have a fern next to it, go out to your local fern store. Ask the store attendant. You guess what his name's going to be?
Fern.
No, it's going to be Ficus.
I mean, nobody expects them to be like alive.
No,
first,
why do all elevators have fake plants next to them? I think it's just like there's awkward spaces next to it.
Yeah.
Because like the door can't be as wide as the actual elevator.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, we have all this empty space.
Yeah, and you can't
stick a fern in
like
there.
you can't put like a door or like let's say it's a hotel.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have like rooms next to it.
Yeah,
because the elevator's just big.
Just some awkward empty space there that you've got to fill with a fern.
Exactly.
That's today's life lesson. In case you haven't caught on yet, if you have an elevator that's in your care, put a fern next to it. I hear they get along really well.
Elevators and ferns.
Elevators and ferns. Yeah.
Okay, so we got a guy here.
I can tell that. Your fern, by the way, spot on. Spot on. I feel like I'm standing next to a real elevator.
Thanks.
Like an elevator that hasn't been inspected in a while, and something happened to the door and the frame that, like, I worry for this man, but definitely an elevator.
Yep, definitely an elevator.
You want to know what the most nerve-wracking drawing I've done in a very long time was? Drawing that hand of God in the last picture. Like, I can't make this. I already made him too skinny. Okay.
This guy's has short legs compared to his body.
Like, you know how his legs and his neck are like almost the same length.
Yep. I just realized that he was very not proportionate.
I think you just realized you couldn't hide his feet because he's in an elevator.
Yep. That's exactly what I realized. This guy.
Wait, this is a vision of God's power?
Yeah, you'll see. You'll see.
I'm waiting for it.
You'll see. You'll see.
just keep saying that while you think. Ooh, another long neck.
No, this is a normal length neck. Trust me, normal.
His neck and the other guy's neck are this. His neck might even be longer.
Normal length.
You should just leave him like that. That'd be a creepy looking alien. It's like an arm and a head and a neck. floats.
It's not an alien.
Yeah, like if it floats, that would be like that'd be. Oh no! Oh, I thought that was like the length of his pants.
Nope.
Yeah, he doesn't have eyeballs yet. Well, he does. He doesn't have pupils yet.
Yeah, he has a cape.
Oh, well. That's all that really matters. If somebody has a cape, nobody's looking at your eyes.
Yeah, very true.
They're looking at your muscles.
And then...
Please tell me that's his other arm that is at least twice as thick as his first arm.
He's holding something here.
Is he holding a vision of God's power?
Nope. But also, maybe yes.
Ooh, okay. Now I'm really scared for the other guy. It's Vision.
It's Vision holding Thor's hammer
in an elevator. Oh, snap.
That's the pun.
Doing Vision with no colors is very disturbing looking. I get what you're going for.
Like what? Like
he has some kind of lines on his head.
Yeah, but like if I draw those, it'll just make it look worse.
You're right.
Because his head's like red, and then there's blue.
There's like some kind of thing on the side where his ears are supposed to be. I mean, if you're going for like the old school Vision costumes, it's pretty close.
Some lightning bolts coming off.
Oh, that explains what happened to the elevator.
Yeah, it's just normal elevator with Thor's hammers involved.
Who's this other guy?
Well, originally I was thinking, like Hawkeye or something. So maybe I'll give him a quiver.
Yeah, the difference between a normal looking dude and Hawkeye is just a quiver. So.
Like two arrows in it.
Hawkeye has generally, from my experience, has normal length legs and a normal length neck and a normal size nose. But
see, people say all the time, can an elevator lift Thor's hammer? Right? Like people ask that question.
People every day ask me that question.
I want to know: can an elevator make Thor's hammer like shoot lightning?
I mean, this elevator might. If you've never seen Captain America Civil War 2, first of all, we highly recommend it, like every superhero movie that we've ever seen, except for Endgame and the second half of Green Lantern. And Thor Ragnarok. Oh my gosh. Quiet over there.
This wasn't from Civil War. Oh,
you're right. It was Age of Ultron.
This was Age of Ultron.
But if you haven't seen Civil War, we also recommend it. But yeah, Age of Ultron, they have this conversation, because they're all huddled around trying to pick up Thor's hammer.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, well, could an elevator lift your hammer? Because it's not like a person.
I'm gonna go for that dorky thing he has.
Now it kind of looks like he's wearing a helmet, but that's also kind of what Vision looks like.
Yeah.
So.
Vision is not the coolest looking.
He's not. I mean, they did a good job making him look cool in the MCU movies, but in the actual comics, it's pretty bad. It's like bright green and bright yellow tights.
Yeah.
Oh, that brings it all together.
And then there's a painting over here that you don't really.
Yeah, that's the other thing about I don't know if it's just like hotels that have like these generic potted fake plants and these generic photos everywhere, but hotels could do better. Like, think about it. If you had a picture of this hanging on your hotel wall, like your drawing,
yeah,
or even that, if you have a hotel and you're looking for art that aren't going to make people be like, oh, no, because they don't even talk about hotel art. It just blends into the wall. You might as well not have art on the wall.
Yeah.
You hang our art on the wall. People will talk.
People will. It will be a conversation starter. Yeah. That's for sure.
They might never come back to your hotel, but they'll tell everyone about the art in your hotel, and then those people will come to your hotel just to see it. So even though you don't have a good turnaround on guests. Like, they're not coming back. Their friends are coming. So, a God's power.
I'm just staying away from that.
A lowercase g.
Yeah, just staying away from that blasphemy.
No, I like this. I'm a big fan of this drawing. Not only because it points out a good thing from the superhero genre of movies, but it also points out the problems that surround elevators. Like, literally surround them. Generic paintings and potted ferns.
Potted ferns that may or may not be real.
I don't think, are they ever real?
I don't know. Ferns
You
are
have
one
to
of those
be in
things where it's like they feel rubbery anyway, so it's like it's
Yeah.
hard to know.
I feel like unless you're staying in like a nice hotel, they're not going to be real.
Yeah, because like they're not going to pay somebody to go like take care of the ferns.
And as far as hotel art goes, like they have to order like 2,000 prints of the same painting to put in every single hotel room.
Yep.
And nobody even looks at them once.
Yep. Well, so often they're just like shapes or something. It's like,
Well, actually, you know what? There is
sometimes it's
one
landscapes.
I'll tell you it, and all of our fans a secret. My wife and I go up to Sedona every once in a while, and the place that we stay in Sedona has this painting hanging on the wall in every hotel room that we do talk about. But it's because it's a plant. It's a picture of a plant, believe it or not,
Right.
not a fern, flower. But it is very rated R looking. Like, you look at it and you're like, I don't know. Like, I'm sure children stay in this room. I'm not sure they should all be seeing this.
But it's a plant.
Yes. A male plant.
You'll have to draw it for me later.
I could be our drawing next week. Male plants.
Male plant. It's like
Our,
yams.
our only drawing that will come with a
Warning.
warning.
We'll put a.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, you put our paintings up. Like, think about it like this. If you put one of our drawings in every hotel room in the whole hotel, but like a different one, people will come back 1,000 times just to stay in a different room with a different picture.
Yep.
That is a great business model for a hotel.
Especially if there are.
Yeah, well, yeah, because people, it's like a conversation piece. They'll be like, you stay in a hotel normally, no one even thinks about what's on the walls. They think about how comfy the bed is. They think about if it's clean. They think about if it has a microwave and a mini fridge.
Even better would be like if somebody wanted to contract us, if we did like puzzles, like an ARG, like in the picture. So you have to stay in multiple hotel rooms to like solve the mystery of the pictures.
If you're a hotel owner or you're thinking about becoming a hotel owner, call us.
Yes. Or just steal our idea because, that's fine too.
But let us stay in your hotel for free.
Yes.
Or at least at a discount. Or at least like put a Groupon out there.
Preferably you call us and let us do the work for you.
Yeah, because nobody can draw what we draw.
Yeah.
It is unique in a disturbing way.
Yeah, all of our fans that are hotel owners.
Yes, indeed. See, again, just to sum up what we've talked about today. If you and I become as famous as I'm sure everybody watching knows we will, and yes, it's more than you think it is, more fame, yes. Then not only will people come to church more often, just to see us, but they will also go to hotels more often just to see our art.
Yep.
So think about all the places that our art can bring people together.
Yes.
And let those words live in your heart this week, and your mind, and hopefully
your mind's heart.
Your mind's heart and your heart's mind. And we'll see you next week.
Goodbye.
As always, we're surprised you made it this far into our video.
There's no way we could possibly ask you to subscribe to this atrocity, so we won't.
We would say share it with your friends, but it's probably better for wasting your enemy's time.
We're probably not going to get any better, but we will keep drawing.
See you next time.